Meguiar's Ultimate Waterless Wash and Wax effortlessly cleans and protects your surface in just minutes and in one easy step. Simply mist and wipe your way to a clean, freshly washed and waxed surface that lasts for weeks. The high lubricity formula protects surfaces against scratches as you wipe. Wash anywhere without a hose or bucket with Meguiar's Ultimate Waterless Wash and Wax.
Start by spraying the bugs on the front of the car and let them soak for 5 to 10 minutes. While the wash wax all is softening up the bugs, let's go over the proper steps to waterless wash your car. Step 1. Spray an area to be cleaned with wash wax all. Step 2. Using a side-to-side motion, wipe the area with a damp towel. Step 3. Dry the area with a dry towel before the wash wax all dries on its own. As the towel gets dirty, unfold and refold to get a new clean side. We recommend you start at the highest point of the car. Spray an area to be cleaned and wipe it with a damp towel. Then, before it dries on its own, dry it with a dry towel. Wash wax all is safe to use on every part of the car, including paint, clear coat, plastic, chrome, vinyl, rubber, and glass. If the wash wax all dries before you are able to dry it, it will leave streaks. To fix this, simply re-wipe the area with the damp towel and dry it with the dry towel before it dries on its own. After 5 to 10 minutes, return to the front of the car and respray an area and wipe it dry. If the bugs are not coming off easily, you can use the Aero Bug Scrubber to break up the bugs and then wipe it dry with a dry towel. Continue cleaning the car, including the wheels and tires. See our other video for more details on how to clean and condition wheels and tires. We recommend you do the windows last using fresh clean towels. For light cleaning or touch-ups, you can use one towel. Take a folded dry towel and spray some wash wax all on one side. Then spray the area to be cleaned and wipe the area with the damp side. Next, flip to the dry side and dry the area before the wash wax all dries on its own.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Today is Earth Day, which means we're gonna be eco-friendly. So that's why we're gonna be treating this Kia Optima to a waterless wash using Chemical Guys EcoSmart Waterless Wash RU. After we do that, we're gonna be protecting it using Jet Seal. Before anything, roll the intro, Octavio. To start the detail on this Kia Optima, we're going to be treating it to a wash, but we're not going to be using water, we're not going to be using any hoses, we're just going to be using a simple spray, which is Chemical Guys EcoSmart Waterless Wash. So what is a waterless wash? A waterless wash is a method that can be used anywhere, anytime, as long as you have shade or your car is cool to a touch. That's correct. Chemical Guys EcoSmart Waterless Wash also has wax in it that's going to help you emulsify and lift up any dirt or grime that are sitting on the surface of your vehicle so you won't scratch it. It's simple as that. Before you get into spraying onto the surface of the vehicle, we always recommend shaking it up. So you shake it up to get the proper mixture. Once you get the proper mixture and there's no more wax at the bottom, you're good to go. So now we will walk over to the surface of the vehicle, we will inspect it, and we'll see how much grime there actually is on the surface of the vehicle. So I'll get a premium microfiber towel, I'll walk over to the surface I'll be cleaning, and you guys can see this car has not been cleaned in so long. I mean, there's dirt, there's grime, there's bird droppings on the hood. If I lift up the wiper blades, there's filth down there too. So this is why we're gonna be treating it to a full waterless wash using EcoSmart waterless wash. The key thing whenever using a waterless wash is you do not want to oversaturate the area. You just lightly want to mist it on there. You don't want it to be dripping all over the place. So just let it sit on there. And then I like to let it dwell on the surface of the vehicle from anywhere from 15 to 20 seconds just so I can make sure the lubrication is highly penetrating the dirt and grime and helping lifting it off the surface properly. So now that it's been sitting on the surface, I'll grab a clean microfiber towel and I will just wipe it in one direction. And instantly you start seeing Chemicalized EcoSmart waterless wash brings out an amazing shine, and you guys can see that dirt and grime line right there. So you guys might say, Henry, how many towels should I use whenever I am washing my car with a waterless wash? And the answer is, honestly, it could take only 3 towels, because you need to keep this in mind. A towel has 8 sides if you fold it properly. So after you have a filthy dirt line right there, you put your thumb over it, and then you'll just glide it on the clean side. And like this, you do not scratch your surface of the vehicle, and you're always using a clean edge all over your car. And then after you finish wiping it off, you'll notice that there's some type of haze on the car. That's when you flip it over to a clean side and you buff it off to unveil an amazing shine with a simple spray that EcoSmart Waterless Wash produces. EcoSmart Waterless Wash can also be used on multiple different surfaces, such as your headlights, your tail light, your glass, your wheels. So like this, you maintain your vehicle clean at all times using the simple spray of waterless wash. But I just want to show you guys how amazing the shine is compared to over here. This shine is phenomenal. And this one step, EcoSmart waterless wash, also left over a wax film over it. So like this, I stay protected. But this vehicle parks outside, so I want to add more type of protection. So that's why I'll be applying jet seal after. So I'm just gonna give you one more wipe so I can show you guys how to properly wipe. It's a clean side, you lay your towel down, and as you're going, you are rolling your wrist. Like this, you'll always have a clean edge touching the vehicle. Check that out. You're done, you buff it off, and just check out that amazing shine. So guys, let me just finish cleaning the whole entire vehicle with EcoSmart Waterless Wash. Octavio will be rolling an amazing montage, and then we'll see you guys after when it's time to apply jet seal. Let's get started.
What's up everybody? Today in the Detail Garage we have something special for all of you supercar fans. This is a factory matte black, although I know it's not called matte black, but we're gonna call it matte black for today. But this is a Lamborghini Aventador. Awesome supercar, it's got over 700 horsepower, big V12 motor, and as you can see it's got this really cool crisp matte black finish. Now the owner brought it in because he recently had it coated with a PPF, and if you don't know, that stands for paint protection film, but it needs some kind of cleaning and it needs proper, rejuvenation so that it, one, doesn't peel, doesn't discolor, and also so it can maintain this matte black finish. That's why we've grabbed wrap detailer. This works for any kind of wrap. It works for glossy, matte. You can use it on graphics, you can use it on your protective films, but all you have to do is basically spray it on the surface and wipe it off with a clean microfiber towel. And I've chosen the Workhorse line because this is a nice soft blended towel that'll wipe away any kind of dirt, bird droppings, or anything else that's on the surface without scratching it. Now we're going to begin here on the top, just like we always do on any detail. Simply spray it on, and we'll give it just a couple moments to trap anything that's on the surface. This way we're not scratching it, because even though a clear bra or a protective film is meant to absorb the scratches, we still want to make it look its best. So we're going to just wipe in one direction, and as I'm wiping, I'm also rolling a towel, which is creating a new edge. so that we're not grinding that dirt into the finish. And if you've ever used a quick detail spray or a waterless wash, if you have one dark edge, basically all you're doing is pulling that dirt along the surface, creating tiny little scratches and swirls. So what you should have is an even layer of dirt on the surface, and then you can flip the towel to a clean side. You don't necessarily have to, but every so often you're gonna need to find a clean edge. And again, we'll just keep going in straight lines, rolling the towel. This is especially important when you're working on flat panels like the roof or a hood, because this is where dirt typically lands. It's harder for dirt to stick to the side of the vehicle, whereas on the top, very simple, it'll just land and that's where it's gonna sit. Now this car is very low, which makes it real simple to detail. It's kind of a small car too, even though it's really wide. But we're gonna make it look its best. I'm just flipping the towel over to a clean side so we can buff away any excess, reveal that factory nice, real crisp look. We're also buffing away any streaks. Doesn't look like there is any, but still we'll give it the best look. And also you can use wrap detail on your glass, whether it's been coated or not. This one actually does have a film on the glass, but you can use it on just regular windshields and windows, things like that. But the same technique, we're rolling the towel, and then we're gonna flip it over to a clean side and just buff off any excess. Now today, for the sake of demonstration purposes, we're gonna keep on moving down the vehicle. I'll do just a small section of each panel. And we just did it on the top, we did the windows, but see down here you have all these bugs and kind of road splatter. This, if left untreated, it's going to eat away at the clear bra or your protective film. So it's great to get that off before it can do any damage. And since there's acid in the little guts of the bugs and they're kind of abrasive, we'll give this a chance just to, again, sit and emulsify, and it'll soften up any harder particles. Now we'll just wipe it off. You can see they leave behind just a little bit of residue. That's why you come back and you buff it off to reveal that nice, crisp, clean, and perfectly protected surface. So as you guys can see, just by doing a simple wipe down, it's made a huge difference. Now obviously this car wasn't super dirty, but you're still gonna get that light layer of dust, debris, or anything else that can actually harm the PPF. And we wanted to take care of that, so we used wrap detailer, and that safely pulls off anything that's on the surface. And it's also adding UV blockers, so it's not gonna discolor or peel over time. Now one more last thing that's great about wrap detailer is you can use it on your wheels. Now this car has black wheels that match the vehicle, giving it this really sinister look. And again, all we're gonna do is spray it directly on the surface. And this is going to help encapsulate any of those abrasive particles of brake dust, which are highly corrosive. We wanna get them off the surface as soon as possible. We're gonna grab a fresh microfiber towel. And starting at the top, we're gonna work our way down. We're working our way around the wheel. And this is gonna pull off any kind of that dirt and debris that was sitting on top of the surface. And again, it's gonna give it that UV blocker. This way it won't, deteriorate or fade over time. And what's great about the UV blockers is it's going to prevent any kind of discoloration or fading over time. You can simply wipe it off. You don't have to bring out a bucket and a hose or brushes to clean your wheels. Basically just cleans up the surface and the face of them so that they can look their best. As you can see, it's got these mixed brakes back here, the carbon ceramic, so they kick up a decent amount of brake dust. High performance braking tends to do that kind of thing. You can just see it pulls off anything that was on the surface, and now it's cleaned and protected.